32-year-old Chelsea Grimm went missing in the fall of 2023, and there is a very strange chain of events surrounding her disappearance. In this video, we'll look at the key ones based on the facts from the official police report. Chelsea Grimm was born on March 22, 1991, to Stephen and Janet Grimm in Stamford, Connecticut. She attended the private Pace University in New York City to study psychology. In 2019, Chelsea graduated with her master's degree and took a job as a clinical psychologist with the New York City Department of Education. In addition to her primary job, Chelsea had several hobbies. She loved to draw and take pictures, and she also had a rather interesting pet, a bearded lizard named Rosie. In 2020, the girl moved to California and settled in the city of San Diego. On September 24, 2023, Chelsea decided to go to the wedding of a friend, Connecticut, on the other side of the country. It was also where she planned to meet her parents. Chelsea originally wanted to take an airplane, but after the airlines wouldn't let her bring her pet with her, she made the decision to go by car. "I loaded up the car. I have a tent and a sleeping bag. I could spend a couple nights in a hotel or camp. We'll see how it goes," the girl said before leaving. On September 27, she arrived in Phoenix, Arizona, where she met up with a friend. Chelsea was going to have lunch with her the next day, but later canceled for some reason. The same day, the girl called her parents and said that she would not be able to make it to the wedding in Connecticut because the trip would take longer than she expected. Chelsea added that she planned to camp nearby for a few days before heading back home. After that call, the girl's cell phone became unavailable. The next day, September 28, police in Williams, Arizona, received a call about a suspicious vehicle parked near a local cemetery. Dispatched an available officer to verify the report.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm doing great. Are you doing all right?
Yeah, I just was doing a photo shoot of the lost soldiers and got a little emotional, so I was crying.
In this video, recorded by the police officer's body camera, Chelsea says she is working on a project about lost and forgotten people. According to the girl, in the process of photographing the memorial to the missing soldiers, she became emotional and was overcome with emotion. Chelsea did not want to drive in such a state, so she decided to stop to calm down a bit.
You've been smoking a little bit of marijuana?
Earlier today, yeah.
Okay.
During the conversation, Chelsea admitted that she had smoked marijuana a few hours earlier. Since it is not illegal in the state of Arizona, the girl was not arrested. Chelsea also said that she had planned to sleep in her car the upcoming night. However, the police officer informed her that camping was not allowed in the city's charter and advised her to spend the night at a truck stop located 5 minutes away. After wishing the girl a good night, the officer left. 2 days later, on September 30, Chelsea was seen by a logger near Ashfork, which is about 20 minutes away from where she had an earlier encounter with a police officer. According to the logger, he had a brief dialogue with the girl, who seemed to be perfectly fine. That was Chelsea's last confirmed contact with anyone. She was never seen again after that. On October 4, after days of not hearing from Chelsea, she was reported missing by her parents. The next day, October 5, Chelsea's vehicle, a white Ford Escape SUV, was found abandoned in the middle of Forest Service Road 6 in the Kaibab National Forest. The find was reported by Tricia Howard, who called police and said the vehicle had been parked there for several days. The woman said she had seen the vehicle at the same location 2 days earlier, on October 3. She did not contact police at the time because she thought the owner was somewhere nearby and would return to her vehicle soon. However, when Tricia arrived in the neighborhood 2 days later, the car was parked in the same spot. This struck her as odd, and she decided to report the suspicious vehicle to the police. Approximately 20 minutes after her call, a police officer arrived on the scene. The doors of the vehicle were locked at the time of discovery. Both tires on the right side of the SUV were flat. Numerous minor scratches were present on the bodywork, and tree branches were stuck in the hood and front bumper. The officer found no sign of the driver in the vicinity of the vehicle. A license plate check revealed the vehicle was registered to Chelsea Grimm, who had been reported missing a day earlier. The police officer contacted medical facilities to see if they had received a patient named Chelsea Grimm. The response was negative. At dawn, a more thorough search of the area and the vehicle was conducted. Thus, Chelsea's clothing and personal belongings were found inside the vehicle, including her laptop, cell phone, and a digital camera that she had been actively using during her trip. The car keys were missing, as were Chelsea's ID and her bank cards. The girl's pet, which she had taken with her on the trip, was also missing. A ground and air search involving search dogs and a helicopter was conducted the same day, but without success. No sign of Chelsea could be found. With no leads, searchers left the area at 7 p.m. About an hour and a half later, the case took an unexpected turn. Police received a call from Jay Bigfoot, who was elk hunting in the area and decided to join the search as a volunteer. He reported finding a woman's clothing hanging from a tree, as well as car tire tracks nearby. The man relayed the coordinates of the find to police via text message. On the morning of October 7, 5 search teams with bloodhounds arrived in the area to conduct additional searches. Using the coordinates provided by Jay Bigfoot, 2 women's t-shirts were found hanging from a tree. They were located 5 kilometers in a straight line from where Chelsea's car was found. Who, when, and why the items were left behind remains unknown. Another search was conducted on October 11, but no finds were reported. We would like to say that this story is much more interesting than it may seem at first glance. The fact is that the Chelseas are probably interested in making sure she is not found. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel and put likes.